one of the interesting things that has come out of this match, you mentioned the double jeopardy. Yeah. We've seen it with Di Michelis, and also we've seen it with Szczesny getting sent off as well. Basically, UEFA President Michel Platini admits stupid rule, in his words, cost Arsenal and Man City. This from Saturday, 22nd of February 2014. The stupid rule of triple punishment highlighted by 2 Champions League games this week should be changed, UEFA President Michel Platini has stated. Currently, a player can concede a penalty, receive a red card for preventing a goal-scoring opportunity, and then be suspended for a single incident. Arsenal keeper Wojciech Szczesny and Manchester City defender Martin Di Michelis both suffered that fate, as I've just mentioned, during European matches, and UEFA has put forward a proposal to the International FA Board, IFAB, meeting this week, the game's lawmaking body calling for a change. Arsenal and City both went on to lose 2-0 to Bayern Munich and Barcelona respectively. Platini told a news conference in Nice ahead of the Euro 2016 qualifying draw, which we'll get onto later on. For 15 years we have been trying to change this rule. All the technical committees of UEFA and FIFA are against this, but when it has gone to the international board, it doesn't change. Arsene Wenger said the referee killed the game, but the referee has to respect this stupid rule. That's from Platini. UEFA's proposal suggests that if the match official awards a penalty, then a straight red card for denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity is not necessary. Now, can of worms potentially with this one, because I think both of those red cards were turning points in both of those games and made it uphill struggles for Arsenal and Manchester City. For me, no sympathy for Manchester City and barely any sympathy for Arsenal. So one of them was, I set out that stall immediately. But the fact of the matter is, with this rule, the whole triple punishment rule, at the end of the day, Robin got to the ball first, and he would have put it in if he'd gotten to it. You could tell that. But the fact is, if Szczesny didn't come flying off his line, he wouldn't have given the referee a decision to make. Same with Di Michelis. If he hadn't been caught slightly out of position anyway, and he didn't dive in, then he wouldn't have given the referee a decision to make. Mm-hmm. Now, in terms of the rule itself, if you get away with that rule, if you basically remove that rule, then you're going to see a lot more defenders committing silly challenges like Di Michelis's. You'll see a lot more of it. You'll see a lot more of keepers coming out upending players, potentially. So you'll potentially open the can of worms. I think the rule is harsh. And at the end of the day, we've seen players dive and get players sent off in that situation before. So it's one of them ones. Platini admitting that the rule is stupid, it doesn't really make sense to me.
I don't know. I think personally, I just think Platini's just saying it for the sake of saying it. It makes him look good in the press. At the end of the day, everyone knows the rules beforehand. Like, I'm gonna stick up for the referees on this one and the lawmakers on this one. Everyone knows the rules beforehand. You get me? The fact is, if you upend and you're the last person, you're going off. Yeah. And at the end of the day, clearly that's what's happened on both of these occasions. Like I said with the Michelis challenge, if he felt that he was not going to get to Messi, he should have had better control over himself to say, look, let me not tackle him. Let me take the stick for letting him go if he scores. And then we just carry on and rebuild. Because that's just... Look, having 10 men or having 11 men to come back from a 1-0 deficit, what's harder? Yeah. Some say, it's harder for the team who's playing against 10 men sometimes, but to me, that's a load of baloney. Yeah. We've played in a situation with
9, and that's difficult.
It's difficult, and it's difficult even when you have the one extra man as well. But with Szczesny now, to me, to be honest, when I saw that and I saw him, he bottled it. To me, it's like, as a goalkeeper, he bottled it. It's like if you're coming out, and I'm not trying to blame him for what happened, because it's partly Monreal's fault for not tracking Robin in the first place. But I'm saying, if you're coming out for the ball, go for the ball. Don't bottle it. If you're going to
get sent off, you may as well take everyone out.
If you're going to get hit, you're going to get hit. You ain't really going to be sent off as a referee for going for a ball that you partly won. But if you pull out now and the other players won the ball and you've then touched him, it's totally your fault. The ball falls into your court, and there's no arguments there. As for if the rule changes, there should be no knee-jerk reactions in changing it this season.
Yeah.
No way. The rules are the rules. If they want to change it next season, change it next season if you think it's going to make better. I don't particularly think it's going to make a big difference to how players react and how they dive and how referees make decisions. Yeah, I just think it protects players. It protects players who make those rash decisions at clubs.
Well, it helps defenders. And at the end of the day, these days, a lot of rules are benefit the doubt for the attackers on a general basis.
But also, I like to say, I do not want to see another suggestion I heard, which was a sin bin.
The sin bin, that can go to hell. No,
it was either Platini or Blatter. They were talking about a sin bin. I do not want to see sin bins in football.
We might try and find that and look for that. It's part of the summer segments, but it's just no. Yeah, sin bin can bugger off. To be perfectly frank, I mean, we've also got a couple of the Skypers that wanted to jump in. I mean, Tom Wood, you wanted to jump in and ask a question.
Yes, about Champions League.
Yeah, sure.
Who do you think will be in the final?
I can see Bayern Munich being one half, and PSG might be dark horses this year. I think them and Chelsea will be dark horses, but I don't know. I mean, Atletico Madrid. I'm gonna stay. Bayern Munich, I think, will be one half, but I could definitely see Atletico. I could see PSG or Atletico Madrid also being dark horses. Atletico, I could see them surprising people. So yeah, I would go Bayern Munich as one and pick either one out of PSG or Atletico. Who do you reckon, Gman? Who you go?
Personally, I still think there's stiff opposition. I can honestly see with the way the competition going. I see Chelsea making their way. They potentially could be making their way to the final. It's just that they've got the Mourinho factor, they've got the luck factor, and they've got the know-how factor of the moment of being one of the teams that's always been in and about of that region. The latter stages. Yeah. Barcelona. Bayern can't look past them, and PSG, good shout. They are looking formidable.
They're an interesting one.
They're an indifferent team because they lose matches where you expect them to win, but they're just the new factor. They got Ibrahimovic. He just got a bit of spice to him, which adds a bit of spice to them. Yeah,
I mean, Tom Wood, who do you reckon?
I reckon it'll be Bayern Munich v Barca.
It's an interesting one. No, that's an interesting one. I mean, also Lee Godsafe, you wanted to jump in, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot, man, have at it.
It was about the Arsenal match. That Szczesny call, mate, that was a dodgy thing. I would have said if I was the ref, I would have gave him probably a yellow card, not a sending off. Because it didn't look as bad as what other keepers have done in the past.
Yeah.
And that, because some people have done worse than what Szczesny's done.
But see, as a referee, I'm going to say there's a misconception. It's not about what it looks like. It's about him actually being the last man and doing the challenges.
Well, letter of the law.
It's a letter of the law. It's a red card. It's not about what it looks like. Other referees who haven't applied the letter of laws, they've made a wrong decision at the end of the day.
I don't think the rules should change. Because then, you open Pandora's box when you're changing rules all the time. And it's already bad enough that rules are open to interpretation as it is. That already caused enough of my opinion.